All right, today, Acts of the Apostles 5, context basically, Acts of the Apostles, so Jesus was just like, these are his 12 disciples, right? And then he just died and then came back to life in front of all 12 of these people. So they're like, wow, like what just happened? And now basically Jesus is up in heaven. He's with them spiritually, but he's not physically in human flesh on earth anymore. So now it's kind of like, what do they do after that? And then the biggest thing I've noticed throughout I'm on chapter 5, first 4 chapters, the biggest thing I noticed is like they just preach, like they're telling everybody about the gospel. So I kind of felt like I've been called to do that. So, that's why I kind of started doing these, breaking down chapters and, sharing my breakdown, my takeaways from reading the Bible and, sharing it with you guys, hoping it helps you guys in your faith. So this chapter, we're gonna try to keep these videos around 5 minutes, pretty quick, just simple takeaways. But this chapter, it talks about this couple, basically. So like the disciples, so Jesus just left. Now the disciples, like they call them apostles in this book, apostles, disciples, same thing. They're like, everyone's selling their homes and they're just like deciding to live together. Like they're just one community that shares food, shares their money, they pray together, they go to church together, like, and then they go around like sharing the gospel. But like if like one person's is everybody's, like they're all sharing, like they're all working together. So I mean, it's kind of cool. It's really cool to see, actually, like they're all working together and like people are willing to like sell their whole houses, their family homes, and go with these people and spread the gospel everywhere, right? And then this one couple, they try to hop on with the whole selling their house and then giving all their money to the apostles to give to the poor and to, buy food for all these poor people, like provide for the poor. But they sold their house for like however much money and they lied about it. They said like they gave the apostles some of the money, but then they kept the rest out of greed. And I mean, the apostles ended up finding out, and like this was not good at all. And you might think like a little lie, like, is it that serious? A lot of people think like, is lying really that serious? Like, you hear it a million times, don't lie, but like no one's ever thought like, is it that bad? But like what I broke down, like it is, like honestly is that serious, because in any good relationship that you have, whether friend, spouse, parent, sibling, like you need honesty, bro. You gotta trust them. Like if you don't trust them, it's just tough to build a good relationship. And that's why I think honesty is so important. Like trust is such a huge thing. I think that goes such a long way in any relationship. You gotta trust. You gotta trust in that other person to do the right thing, to make the right decisions. And when you repeatedly just little lie after little lie after little lie, it adds up. And like I definitely got to work on that. Like even trolling, like you can't troll too much. Like you can't troll at all. Realistically, you shouldn't be trolling. Like it's okay to joke around, have fun when your friends know you're joking about it. But like those little lies, like they add up, and that's where that trust starts to separate. And you gotta be like that. You gotta be tight if you want a real relationship. So I think honesty really is that serious in any relationship. And then so these people, they get caught for lying, right? Lying to the church, and they end up dying. Now, first off, a lot of people are gonna say like, is that really like, is that a loving God? Is that a forgiving God? Like a bunch of people who like doubt the faith, like they'll say stuff like that. But like these people just wanted the recognition that, oh yeah, they're donating their money, but they didn't actually want to donate their money. They didn't actually want to do good. You should do good deeds simply because you want to help people, not for the recognition. And God was just starting the church. Like Jesus was just starting the church. He just passed away, so now they're forming this church. Basically, he was saying like, we need to stand on business. Like we can't, like we're not letting any of that slide. Like this church is serious. Like if you are in, like you genuinely want to do good, you genuinely want to have a relationship with me, we're not doing this for clout, we're not doing this for fame, not doing this for money, nothing. If you think that's how it's going to slide, no. So they died. It's harsh, but it's the truth reality. Like the church had to have like standards, and you got to raise up to that standard. And then the big thing, like I came out with like, what goes around comes around. Like, they lied, punishment later. You do a good deed for somebody, I've often found in life it ends up coming back to you. It's just kind of the way that things work. Sorry, I just thought my dog was at the door. And then just kind of talk about like sin has real consequences. Like God isn't saying, oh, we're at 5 minutes right now. We got 1 minute left. God isn't saying like you gotta do this just to make life hard. Like these sins have real consequences. God's rules that he gives are just guidance on how to live a good life. You know why he says doesn't lie? He says don't lie because he wants you to have good relationships with people. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want you to lust because he wants you to have a good marriage with your partner later down the road. He doesn't want you to get angry because he wants you to be joyous in life and have like respectful and enjoyable friendships where you're not just always angry, always on edge. You know, he says be slow to speak because when we're not in the right state of mind, we say stuff that's hurtful, but when we wait and think to speak, then we say like what we truly actually mean. We don't do something we regret. All these guidelines, everything he tells us to do, honor your mother, honor your father, you know, don't be lazy, rest once a week. All these things are like for the key to a good life. So don't view it as rules that are holding you back. View it as guidelines that are taking you to the next step in life.